Hello everybody and welcome back to another rebuild, and today we will be taking on newly promoted Ipswich Town, playing on an updated FM24 database which was updated on the 19th of August from our friends at sortitoutsi.com. The last time Ipswich were in the top flight was the 2001-2002 season, I believe, and then that season they did get relegated after finishing 5th the previous season. So something went drastically wrong there. However, we're here to put things right and get them as high up that table and inevitably win that Premiership, and as well as a couple of other competitions if they allow. The last one, the top flight, way back in 1962 when it was the English First Division before they renamed it in 1990, I think it was. They also had a couple of the trophies, FA Cup in 1978. They have won the Europa League way back in 1981. I think it was the UEFA Cup back then. Sky Bet Championship in 61, 68, 92, and won Southern League Premiership and 3rd Division South. So a couple of low trophies, but big ones. They have won the top flight once. That was a long time ago. 31-year barren spell of winning a trophy. And once again, we're here to put that right. They are predicted to finish in 20th position though. So as they come up, they're going straight back down. So the media think. We have got a very modest, and I mean modest. Now I'm guessing we have got updated transfers as well with this new update. So more than likely, as it stands at the moment, unless the money enables us, we probably won't be doing any transfers in the first season. But we'll have a look at that anyway. The favoured formation, 2 DMs, a 4-2-3-1. There are no loan obligations. That's pretty good. They do not want us to sign players over the age of 20. What? That's the board culture. What? Do not sign players over the age of 30. It's my glasses. I need new glasses. Sorry, it's 30, not 20. Goodness me. Work within the budget. Grow the reputation, avoid relegation. Yeah, that's going to be a big theme this season, to stay competitive, and then I think over the next 5 seasons avoid relegation, but we want to get back up and win in the league if we can in 5 seasons. So finances, they have got 6 million in the bank, but yeah, we must have spent some, I'm hoping, because yeah, we've not got any money. Any debts or loans? Only 275,000. They only had £500,000 debt. Okay. A miscellaneous debt, which will be paid off in a few years at a time. Only paying £7,000 a month. Pay it all off. It's a small amount. Pay it off. You got 6 mil in the bank. Staffing wise, doesn't look too bad. In fact, it's non-existent really as the ratings go. So that will have to be remedied at some point. So if we have a look at the transfers, so they did spend 72 million. So it looks like they have spent their monies. Oh good, they got Liam Delap from Man City. 17 million. Wow. Okay, forward or right wing. I tell you what, he turns into a beast if played properly. Jacob Greaves doesn't look too bad either. Good potential. 23 years old. Muric, 25 years old. He looks pretty decent as well. Goalkeeper, excellent. David Martin, 38 years old. Sweeper keeper, I'm not sure why they got him. Possibly as a backup. Amari Hutchinson from Chelsea, 20 years old, a winger. Looks pretty decent as well, actually. Ben Johnson from West Ham on a free, 24, fullback. Lovely. And Daniel Babb, I think from the 13th of June, I think that this one was from. Okay, looks pretty decent as well. They did let go of a few players, Mizorni and Ahadmi as well to Charlton. Okay, fair enough. Squad-wise then, it looks pretty decent already. So let's have a look at over 30s first. They've got 4 players over the age of 30. And to be honest, they don't look that bad. And they've got their contract runs out next season. Unless we could sell them this season, then we'll let the contracts run possibly. £35,000 a week there we could be saving, or even more than that actually, to be honest. Quite a bit more actually. So we'll have a look at our best players, and we've got Leif Davis, left back. Wow. Okay, nice. Defender, lovely stuff. George Hurst, striker. We have got Liam Delap, but if Liam Delap can play it out on the wing, I think we're golden. Connor Chaplin, cam position. Nice. I can already see the formation forming already. We've got a couple of DMs. A 32-year-old Egyptian though. If we could steal a season out of him before he contract runs out, great. Unless he wants to sign another contract, that is. Ben Johnson, right back even. I tell you what, we have got some very, very good young players. Amari Hutchinson, some potential. Winger, good backup there. If we have a look at potential, so there's one. So Liam Delap's the one with the main potential, and thankfully none of them are on loan. That is sound stuff. We've got Harry Clark, again, right back. Jacob Greaves, centre back, good potential, 23 years old. I mean, the side is relatively young and looks pretty decent. I don't think really we need to do much, and just hoping we pick the right formation and they do the rest for us. So with only one player going out, that's Freddie Ladapo. He's gone to Kilmarnock for £150,000. And with that, we brought in an additional player. We bring in on a free Sergi Sampa, 10 grand a week. Not a bad backup to have, to be honest. And if need be, somebody from Saudi Arabia can come and pick him up, and we make a little bit of money as well. So there's always that to consider. Yeah, we couldn't really afford anything else, really. It was pretty bad, as all the transfers have really been made for Ipswich. So our formation is going to be this. It's the 4-2-3-1, 2 DMs. We are going to have a shadow striker. Delap we've locked in as an inside forward. On the right hand side, Clark in the centre, and Twanzebe. I forgot we even had him, and he's going to be playing at the back. So if we pick our best 11, Delap isn't in this side, neither's Clark, and neither's Twanzebe, and I want to give them 3 players a chance in the team. And it's not gone too bad. 3 games in the Premiership already. We drew with Arsenal, which is a fantastic result, despite going ahead and only holding that lead for 3 minutes. We'd then beat Everton through Delap after the half hour. And then Man City absolutely smashed us at home. Although we did hold out for 75 minutes. So I'm quite pleased with that, but not by the result, obviously. And Wycombe we beat 4-1 in the Carabao Cup. Second round of now we play Wolves. We are currently lying in 12th position. A top half finish would be amazing. But let's just survive this season so we can get some money in and then get some more players as well as we start to build this side to challenge for the title. So let's jump into our first season and see if we can survive. Well, one thing for sure, we have survived. 45 points, a good clear, 18 points clear of relegation. That is fantastic. Southampton, Leicester and Wolves go down. Surprisingly, Wolves have actually, with 4 wins only this season. Of course, one of them had to come against us. 8th place Manchester United, 62 points. We're not that far behind, 17 points in it. We've done reasonably well, and we finished quite strong as well. Arsenal take the league. Did we beat Arsenal? No, of course we didn't. Did we draw with Arsenal? We did, right at the beginning of the season, didn't we? 48 goals scored. We have struggled with goals then. 57 against. Not an awful lot conceded, which I'm quite pleased with. Ben Johnson, Harry Clark, most yellow cards in the Premiership. Well, we're winning on something. So we got knocked out by Manchester United in the 5th round, losing 2-0. So who did we play beforehand? We beat Plymouth 4-1. And the 3rd round, we beat Leeds 6-0. Wow, that is a smashing and a half. And obviously we came in on the 3rd round. But we lost in the 3rd round to Wolves, losing 3-2 at home. That's a shame. I'm disappointed by that, I have to say. Squad-wise, however, how did we fare? 15 goals for Hurst, not bad. 11 and 8 for Broadhead. Chaplin, 10 and 3. That's good. Delap, 7 and 4. Not his best. Maybe we try him up front instead, see how that fares. He only played 33 games though, so he must have took an injury at some point, possibly. Twanzebe, 1 goal. Harry Clark, 4 assists. Walton only conceded 12 goals in 7, 52 in 36 from Muric though. Other than that, it's not a bad showing. It could be better. I'm hoping it will be going forward. And with that, we've been given a whopping £67 million. Goodness me, that's massive. Considering we didn't have that much last season, although they did spend about 72 million. So that's probably on par and they're still pumping the money in, which is good to see. I think we've had quite a good window this time round. £10.5 million goes out the door. Burgess goes to Pamplona for £6.5 million. Morse's gone to Como for £3 million. We also lose Buebo, Luongo, and a couple of other youngsters and a few freebies as well as a couple going out on loan. The £10.5 million added to the budget gave us quite a nice tidy sum. However, we just couldn't spend it all. Despite renewing contracts, shifting the budgets around a little bit, we still had amples left, and unfortunately, unless we get higher up in the league, none of the players were going to come to us. So maybe next year or the year after we might be able to see some quality players come in. However, the following players we have brought in though. First up on a free is Jacob Moda, freebie, out of contract, just sitting there. Who's happy to come to us, although we are paying 43 grand a week. But to come into the DM position, I think it'll be a welcome addition. From Cincinnati for £2 million, 25-year-old Alvaro Barril, left winger. Good potential on him, reasonably quick, can dribble and cross. Just what we need on that left-hand side, and I think it'll challenge some of our other players as well to step up a little bit. From Liverpool, very, very hefty price we paid for this 19-year-old Ben Doak. £36 million. A lot is riding on him, I think. He's very driven, he's got good dribbling, can cross the ball very quick. He's going to take over that position from Delap as we're going to push Delap up front. From Cagliari, a centre-back, £8 million, 23-year-old Adam Albert. Again, another good backup to have and some quality players in here. Finally, from Venezia, a new cam, Gaetano Oristanio, not Cristiano, £7 million, 22 years old. And I think he can definitely grow into that position. He can play up front as well on the wings, anywhere in the attacking, but I want him there. So Chaplin is going to have to fight for his place now as Oristanio comes in with, well, he looks good. So at the minute, we've locked in a few players. But if we pick our best 11, Hurst comes in, Doak sits there on the right, Chaplin comes in, Moda gets his place, Twanzibi, Muric as well. It looks pretty reasonable. And things have gone our way apart from the first game of the season. We lost to Tottenham 3-1. Very disappointing, but it was away from home and one of the top 6. West Brom we smashed 4-0 with 3 of the goals coming after 90 minutes. 98, 99 and 101. That's crazy. We beat Fulham 2-1 and then drew with Brighton 2-2 after beating West Ham in the Carabao Cup second round, of which now we play Blackburn in the third. We are currently 5th in the table, 2 wins and that 1 loss, and high hopes for this season of a top 10 finish. So let's get into our second season and see where these lads take us. Well, it looks like we've had another cracking season. 8th position, just outside the European places. Unbelievable. Very, very close. We were 8 points off Chelsea in 7th in the end. Chelsea really losing their way towards the end of the season with 4 draws on the bounce. Even Man City took a few hits as well. Arsenal retained the title from Liverpool and Manchester United. But speaking of ourselves though, 15 losses, that's not too bad. We're in a plus goal difference as well, even better. Once again, we don't dominate any of the top 3 for anything, apart from yellow cards. Harry Clark, Doak and Johnson all getting a lot of yellow cards. That's a lot. Our discipline must be really bad. Competition-wise, we got as far as the quarter-finals in the FA Cup, losing 3-1 to Crystal Palace in the end. Oh, that's such a shame. We're almost in the semis with Middlesbrough going through, Plymouth and Everton. Oh, that was there for the taking, wasn't it? Oh my God. There's only Everton and would have been ourselves. Unbelievable. Who got who in the semi-finals? Everton beat Palace and there was a championship side in the final. I'm assuming Everton won that. They did 3-0. I mean, that was there for the taking. The Carabao Cup, we lost to Blackburn. Yeah, I expected to win that one. I'm not going to lie. I'm very bitterly disappointed with that. I expected to go a little bit further than that. Final, Manchester United beating Wolves 6-0. Good grief. Again, another championship side getting to the final. Looking at the squad, we can definitely see where the problems are lying. 15 goals for Delap. Not a lot at all. It looks like we may have to delve into the market for a striker. They're just not putting the ball in the net at all, are they? Moda 8-5, which isn't bad in his first season. Oristanio 8-3. Okay, could be better. Broadhead, 6 and 3, 7 assists for Dewak, which isn't too bad in his first season. He is only 20 years old, and yeah, rating wise looks really good actually. Yeah, we've struggled a lot. 56 goals conceded by Muric though, which isn't bad at all. I'm quite happy with keeping the same goalkeeper. I don't think we really need to go out and get another one. Walton though did play a game. He did concede 3 games in it though. Right, going into next season, 85 million. Right, we are going to have to make sure we spend this money this time round, because I think we were left with about 10 million pounds from last season that we just unable to find anybody decent enough to come in. So hopefully this time we'll bag 2 or 3 class players. We definitely got our quotas worth of transfers this season. Yakumba Minter from Brighton for £38 million. I think we got him for our left-hand side. Dewak's on the right-hand side, Minter on the left-hand side. He's only 22 years old as well, so what a bargain. Absolutely rapid, and he can dribble and put the ball in the box as well. That's exactly what we're wanting on the wings here. So hopefully that's going to improve our attacking options. Speaking of attacking options, from PSV for £29 million, we're bringing Jason van Duven. Again, another rapid player. Can put the ball in the net as well, and I said we needed another striker, and I think we've got him. Dewak can play up there as well apparently. He's going to go ahead of Hurst and Delap. Delap's just not developed as much as I would have hoped in the last 2 seasons. I don't know whether it's the formation or the team. I just don't know. With other teams he develops really well, and some he just doesn't, and in this case he just hasn't. So we bring in 21-year-old Duven. Really good season last season, 18 games, 9 goals, 7.11. He's played 3 for us so far in the leagues this season, yet to find the back of the net. From Slavia Prague for £9.5 million, we're bringing another centre-back. Yes, you heard me, another centre-back. We do like to sign a centre-back every season, so it seems. But 25 years old, a lot of experience. Again, another good option for us to have alongside Twanzebe, Wolfenden, Ober, Edmondson. Yeah, we've got a lot of defenders now. And the cream of the crop, we found on a free Ruben Neves. Yes, he's 29 years old. We can at least get a couple of seasons out of him, and I think he'll be one of them players to help us reach the next step. These are the type of players we need to get. 29 is not ideal age because he's not going to be here at the end of the rebuild. Well, he might do. If somebody comes in for him for £50 million, we're going to snap the fingers off him because we've got him on a free, and it's money in the bank for us. Got him for at least 3 seasons, so hopefully he'll help us this season alongside Clark and Moda in that midfield. So we've only locked in 1 player this season, and that's Zima. He's going to play on Libero, so he can come up and help the midfield a little bit as well. But if we pick our best 11, he doesn't feature, unfortunately, and Clark drops into the defence. So I'm not really too chuffed about that, but it's the only way to get our midfielders in there, I guess. So if he comes up here, then it's probably more suited to that position than not. But Minter so far has scored 4 goals for us. Excellent stuff. So far so good. Frenan's great. Start of the Premiership against Everton, a smashing 4-0 victory with Minter getting 2. We did lose 2 at Man City, 3-0 unfortunately away from home, and then we beat Leeds at home 3-2. We're through to the next round of the Carabao Cup after beating Portsmouth 3-0, and next we have Swansea. We are lying 6th in the table despite losing that 1 game, 3 points off the leaders Arsenal. Let's hope we can improve on last season's position of 8th, I think it was. So let's simulate our 3rd season, and maybe we can get a little bit closer to one of them European spots. Well, we've managed to survive at season 3 and we finish in 10th position. But look at the letters that are right next to our name. UEL, the Europa League, is where we are at next season, which means we have won a trophy of sorts. 18 losses this season, a lot more than last season. 2+ goal difference. Again, it's a plus goal difference, which is good. 59 conceded. We're still struggling to score goals, so it seems. Only 61 this season. But we do finish strongly with 3 wins on the bounce. Arsenal do not win the league this season. They get pipped to the post by Man City right at the death. It looks like Arsenal lost a game right at the end, which cost them the title for a 3rd season in a row, I believe. And for a change, we've got nobody in the yellow cards. And for not a change, nobody anywhere else. We do, however, like you've probably noticed, we got to the FA Cup final and we win it. Despite going a goal down to an Nkunku fantastic worldie of a goal, we beat Chelsea in the final 3-1 with Minter netting 2 goals. That's a fantastic finish. Top bins. Postage stamp stuff there. He gets a second one not long afterwards. 86th minute this time to make it 2-1. Not much else Chelsea can do at this point, but we do get one more right at the death, a 96th minute. Wow. Leif Davis on hand there to put it in the back of the net. We were quite dominant in this game. 18 shots to Chelsea's 8. 10 on target to their 5. We didn't have as much possession, but I think we kind of deserved this victory, which I'm really chuffed about. And the fact that we're in Europe next season is even better. Semi-finals, we beat Manchester United 2-1. The quarter-finals, we beat Burnley 2-0. The 5th round, we beat Forest. So they're all been quite close. The 4th round, West Brom 2-1. And the 3rd round, we beat Leyton Orient after a replay as well, 6-0. Look at that though, Ipswich, FA Cup winners. Get in, boys. For the first time since 1978. However, the Carabao Cup, we don't get as far as the 3rd round, losing to Swansea 1-0. I think we lost to them last season, didn't we? I'm sure we did. Squad-wise, we do get 4 players on double figures, which is pretty decent. We only had 1 last season. Duvan gets 14 goals and 2 assists. Minter 12 and 5. Oristanio 11 and 6. 10 and 1 for Neves, so he played majority of the game. 7 and 5 for Chaplin. 6 and 8 for Doak. 14 assists for Davies. And that is about it really of note. But 6 goals conceded by Muric with 12 clean sheets. Do we look for another goalkeeper at this point? To be honest, I don't think so. I think we're doing all right. Maybe we just may have to switch the formation up a tad or just tweak it a little bit as opposed to roles. But I think we just need to get another couple of star players in there and we'll be golden. Next season, we have been given a meagre £60 million to spend. Not as much as last season, but 60 mil or the same. Once again, I feel we've had a productive window. £63 million goes out, and the main ones is Neves. He's gone to Al Ittihad. We got him on a free, pure profit, £48 million. We couldn't say no. He's into his 30s, so you know that's what he was brought in for. Brought in for a season, see if we can get some money and then make some transfers from that, as well as what we would have had in the kitty. Chaplin as well, the cam, he goes to Burnley for £13 million. Twanzebe, he goes to Villarreal for 6.25, and Harness goes for 400,000 to Birmingham. A few others go out on a free, and again some go out on a loan as well because we just couldn't offload them. So we let them go out on loan. Might as well get some money for them while they are out there. But one of the players from Rangers, we bring in Leon King, £18.5 million, a centre-back. He can play DM and he can play in midfield as well. A superb all-rounder in the middle of the park there. And only 23 years old with some potential as well. We're kind of struggling to get a decent or a top-notch centre-back, and at the minute I feel like we're just in between players each season. From Leeds for £22 million, we bring in Ethan Ampadu, 26-year-old Welsh centre-back. Yeah, we brought in another one. For £45 million, we bring in Alex Scott from Bournemouth. A lot of money to sit in the centre of the park, cam or DM, whichever. He looks really, really good at 24 years old as well. Again, he can still improve. Few games for us already, yet to get off the mark, but we'll see what happens. Finally, for £8.25 million from Fiorentina, we bring in not a striker, but a cam. Carboni is going to be playing in the cam position. I'm wondering whether he should be shadow striker. That could help us a little bit as well. But there's a lot of greens in there, which I'm kind of liking. These are the type of players we want to be bringing in. Again, he's only 22 years old with some potential as well. So we've locked a fair few players in, like Carboni, Scott, Clark, King and Ampadu. If we pick our best 11, Clark is omitted, Scott moves up, Ampadu moves into the DM role. Yeah, it just doesn't make sense at all with the players that we have got, so that's why we've locked them particular players in. Once again, friendlies go without a hitch, smashing everybody, but we do win the Community Shield, the Charity Shield. We beat Man City on penalties, after going ahead through Minter. Silva puts one back, and in the penalty shootout, Haaland, Bellingham and Foden all missed. What a start to the season that is. Another trophy in the bag, and I believe that is our first Charity Shield as well. We drew with Tottenham at the beginning of the season, 1-1 after going ahead there again. Chelsea we drew 1-1. Again, going ahead, just can't hang on to the lead. Then we smashed Liverpool. Not sure where this came from at all. And then we lost to Brighton. Just doesn't make sense whatsoever. The Carabao Cup, we've got Bristol Rovers in the next round. And because we won the FA Cup last season, we are in Europe. We have got the Europa League phase where we're playing Rangers, Sarajevo, Bratislava, Napoli, Sassuolo, Piast and Rennes and AZ. That's going to be quite difficult. We are situated 13th in the league at the minute with 5 points because of the 2 draws. Would have been nice with wins, but we're 5 points off the leaders Man City, who were beaten in the Charity Shield, and we are predicted around about 19th in the Europa League. So I'm quite pleased with that. At least we're predicted to finish in the qualifying position. Whether that rings true or not, we'll soon find out. So let's go on to our 4th season, where we've got 2 trophies in the bag already in this rebuild. Let's see if we can do some damage in the Europa League and see if we can improve on last season's position in the league. I want to be top 10 and in a European place, if you please. Well, season 4 has ended and we do finish in a European spot. In fact, there are 10 spots for Europe this season for the English clubs. We finished in 8th position, 55 points. Still some way off 7th place Liverpool though. 13 points in it. It's not as grand as I expected, but look at the results though. 11 losses this season. That's huge. That's massive. That's a big improvement. However, we did draw an awful lot, and I think that's what's probably hindered us really. And our running at the back end of the season looks horrendous. 4 losses from the last 5 games. Only conceded 43 goals this season, which is huge as well. Tottenham only conceded 25. Goodness me, that's amazing. But we scored more than Spurs. And Minter gets 13 assists, second best in the league. So he's done really well since coming to the club as well. Competition wise, since winning the Charity Shield, we've not really done an awful lot. So the Carabao Cup, we lost in the 4th round to Leicester, losing that 1-0 away from home, with the eventual winners being Manchester United on penalties against their Manchester rivals. FA Cup, we got knocked out by Fulham in the 3rd round, so really didn't get very far. 2-1 again away from home, with the winners being Chelsea over Manchester City. So City not doing well in all the finals, unfortunately, because I think we beat them in the Community Shield. They lost to Carabao and they've also lost the FA Cup. Not been a good season for them apart from winning the league. However, the Europa League for us, we lost in the quarter-finals, losing 3-1 over the 2 legs to Spurs. Of all the teams to meet, we had to beat an English team. The final, Spurs went on to win it. All credit due to them. So we lost in the quarter-finals, round of 16. We beat Sassuolo 4-1. We obviously qualified in the top half. In fact, we qualified in 3rd spot. Unbeaten with Spurs as well. 7 wins with a massive 7-1 victory over Sarajevo there. And a 5-1 win over Sassuolo, who we played later on. Rangers we won as well. But Spurs, same as us. Obviously a better goal difference, but it's not to be scoffed at. Squad-wise, how did we do? So if we have a look at the goal scorers, 23 goals for Jason Duvin. Carboni's first season, 22-4. Absolutely superb stuff. 13 and 19 for Minter. Them top 3 have been fantastic. Alex Scott, 4 and 9. 4 and 3 for Clark. Davies, 3 and 10. Not bad going either. Doak, 2 and 9. Okay, I expect a little bit more though. I have to say I'm begin to be a little bit disappointed. Leon King and Ampadu, both centre backs. How did they do? 2 and 1 and 2 and 3. Okay, it's not too bad. And Muric, might be time to get another goalkeeper possibly. 44 conceded this time, so he's been getting better and better. Only played 44 games though, and Walton, our other goalkeeper, conceded 15 and 10, so he's getting some game time as well. So maybe we're going for another goalkeeper possibly. So I'm quite happy with the outfield players that we have got. We just don't seem to be doing very much. We're not attracting the big players, unfortunately. But we have been given 50 51, nearly £52 million war chest to go into the market with. So hopefully we should be able to bring in a few more good players and strengthen the side for our final season. So we start off with our transfers. Dorjan Uliak. He comes in as a cam player, 20 years old, a wonder kid as described by the media, plenty of potential, and he's going to slot straight into that cam position. Carboni can obviously play there, but we have switched the formation up a little bit, so you'll see that in just a second. But 8.5 million from Dinamo, I think it's a pretty good bargain. He's already worth 36 million now. Next up from SAN for about 15 million euros. We pick up 26-year-old Reina. Cam role, right wing or left wing or midfield. Wanted somebody with just a bit of experience and somebody that can come in if our wonder kid doesn't manage to play. If he gets injured, we've got somebody else to slot in or vice versa. Very good players for the future for sure. Finally, from Liverpool, Keller. £33 million. A lot of money, but again, a decent goalkeeper, ahead of Muric, only just though. He's got great one-on-ones, reflexes are fantastic as well, physicals not too bad, he's got good aerial reach, he can jump, first touch is pretty nice as well. He's pretty all-round, I think, and I think he's going to be the difference this season at 29 years old, plenty of experience to not concede many goals. Although Muric has done well last season, we're going to see if they're going to battle it out between them and who comes up first into that number 1 jersey, but I am banking on Keller doing the job for us. So this is our best 11. Keller in goal. We've got Clark, who's been pushed to the right back position now. King, Ampadu, Davies. We've got Scott in the DLP, and then we're going to have 3 attacking midfielders, Doak, Reina and Minter, although it should really be Dorjan though, to be honest. So I might actually just lock him in there because I do think he is the better option. Carboni and Duvian up front. And we've done pretty well. We are unbeaten in the league so far. 4 for 4, though we haven't played any of the top teams. Southampton we win 2-1. Sheffield United 5-1. Leeds, Bournemouth. And then we played Sheffield United again, this time in the Carabao Cup, where we win on penalties. The Europa League phase, we have been drawn against Austria Vienna, Beta Jerusalem, Transport, Fenerbahce, Lille, Slovan Bratislava, with Antwerp and Roma as well. And that is a great side. 4 for 4, top of the table, 2 points clear of Arsenal and Newcastle. That could be the formation, I don't know. But going 2 up front, I think it's started to be one of my favourite formations now, I have to say. 3 across the attacking midfield, 1 DM or midfielder, and then 2 up front. It's the only way I can think of being more attacking, I think. But a 10 goal difference already with 12 points and 21st in the Europa League predictions, I think there. I'm thinking we should be in the top 8 once more and go a little bit further this time as well. Although we have to play against Liverpool probably at some point. What on earth are the Liverpool doing there, really? Any other big teams that really we should be worried about? West Ham possibly. Roma, which we have got to play. I mean, are Fenerbahce the number 1 seeds, do you think, in there with Liverpool? I don't know. Seems a little bit weird, but there is City are there as well. I think, and Hoffenheim actually as well. So I think, really, if we beat Lille, I mean, there is Lyon as well, but I think we should get ourselves at least to the final in this competition. So let's jump straight into our final season. Let's see if we can bring home a couple of more trophies. That would be quite nice. The Europa League would be really good, but this time we are edging towards another top 10 finish and maybe a European spot this time. We've been given a good start so far. It seems that we have to wait to the end of the season for anything decent to happen, and we finish a massive 5th position in the Premier League, grabbing ourselves a Champions League spot to boot. 79 goals scored this season, 23 wins. The formation has worked somewhat. We're going all-out attack almost. 11 losses, which isn't too bad. 79 goals scored, 58 against, and 21 goal difference, which is huge for us, really, because we've only been teetering round about the single figures mark. We finished on 73 points, just a couple behind Manchester United in 4th position, and we're only 14 off the winners, Chelsea, who win it 4 points from Man City. Arsenal way down in 7th. Liverpool behind them. Any other big surprises? Not really. Fulham, Sheffield United and Lincoln. Goodness me, when did Lincoln come up? Please say they didn't beat us. They didn't, and draw. No, so we must have beaten them twice, at least 4-1 anyway. So Lincoln, that is a surprise. I didn't expect that at all. The Imps doing a remarkable job to come in and unfortunately go straight back down, but somebody has to. But we finished 5th and we continue our climb up this table and finish in a top 6 position. Well, say top 5 position now, really, because that's what it is. Newcastle behind us also finished in the Champions League spot as well. So a lot of teams in the Champions League here. We still can't get anybody on the board. Haaland wins it from Osman and Rashford. Wow, Rashford has been scoring. There's something you don't see every day. Haaland 28 goals. Ward-Prowse wins the most assists. Haaland best player. We do get Harry Clark though with 10 yellow cards, but I think that could be Brandon Williams. It is. Crystal Palace winning the yellow cards fight. The Carabao Cup, we get knocked out by Nottingham Forest in the 4th round, losing 2-1 at home. And that's after beating Sheffield United on penalties, so we didn't really get any further in that competition. FA Cup, it was the quarter-finals, losing away at Chelsea, so we did get a little bit further in this competition. Just 2-0 there. 5th round, we beat Birmingham 5-2. 4th round, we disposed of Sheffield Wednesday 4-3. Only just, though. 3rd round, we beat Oxford 2-1 away from home. But amazingly, we do take the Europa League. We played Liverpool in the final, and we win that 3-0 with 2 goals for Carboni there. Absolutely fantastic stuff. And I think we got a 3rd from our young wonder kid as well, which is even better. But that's a fantastic goal there for Carboni. 60 minutes and it's 2-0, and then just finishing it off with Ulic with a great inside and cracking finish that for the youngster. So the league phase, we did qualify in 4th position, unbeaten as well, with wins over Roma, Antwerp, Bratislava, Fenerbahce, Jerusalem and Austria Vienna, which is an 11-goal thriller there. 2 draws, Lille and Transport. Duvian gets 2nd highest goal scorer in the competition, is pretty good. Minter, most assists. And Duvian gets 2nd joint player of the match awards as well. Round of 16, we played Roma and we beat them 5-2. Quarterfinals, we beat West Ham 3-1. That's a pretty good result as well. In the semis, we beat Villarreal 2-1 thanks to a 1-0 second leg victory. And of course, the final 3-0 against Liverpool. I mean, playing Liverpool, you'd expect us to lose considering... Well, saying that, they did finish below us in the league. Probably to form. We probably deserved it. But that's a European trophy for Ipswich. But that is our 2nd European trophy, I believe. The last one in 81, I think it was. But that is really, really good. And wow, look at our players. They have really put a shift in. 5 players on double figures or more. Duvian 31 and 10, 29 and 9 for Carboni. Our 2 strikers, 50 goals between them. Fantastic stuff. Reina, 24 goals. So he did play ahead of Ulic though, although Ulic did play in the final. 3 and 8 for him, for the youngster, 21 years old. Phenomenal stuff. Glad to see he's not dropped off though. 11 and 21 for Minter. 21 assists is fantastic. Doak 10 and 17. He's done really well since we had him in. 9 and 11 for Alex Scott. Not bad at all. And 9 for Davis, which is good also. 50 goals conceded for Muric. So he did play 36 of the games. 23 for Keller, he only conceded 34. I'm disappointed they didn't have an overall goalkeeper, but they did share it, so that's probably helped us as well. But overall, that is a phenomenal feat for our lads. Who's our most valued player? It is Doak, actually. Finances, ploughing another 65 million in there. Staffing, it's getting there. It's getting there well above the average now, which is good on all counts. And just before we go, let's have a look at our records. But if we have a look at our trophy cabinet, we haven't won the Premier Division, but we have won the Europa League, which is phenomenal stuff. The FA Cup we did win as well. And we did win the Community Shield as well. So 3 trophies this rebuild. I think that's phenomenal. Unluckily not to win the Premiership. There's just too good teams ahead of us. We need more time. But look at the climb that they did have way back in League One, and they've done wonders to get up here. But records, let's have a look. So the most league points, 98. So we didn't get that one. In fact, there's not very much there. Oh, there you go. Highest gauge receipt, 772,000 against Birmingham in the FA Cup 5th round. Of all the big teams we have played, it's Birmingham. Highest average rating, Minter, 7.24. Oh, most assists by player, Minter, 21. Yeah, that was quite a good season. Devian, 11. Most player of match awards. And oldest goal scorer was Morsey in 2023. I don't think we really did that much. In 2023, without conceding a goal, 9. I don't know whether that was our first season or not. I doubt very much it would have been, though, to be fair. And our highest fee paid was 45 million for Alex Scott from Bournemouth. And the highest fee received was for Ruben Neves, who we got on a free, 48, which allowed us to get Alex Scott. That's fantastic stuff. Summarising, the board are very happy, which is very, very good indeed. So that's where we're going to leave it. Thank you very much for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Let me know down in the comments who would you like to see rebuilt next. We're very close to coming near to FM25, so get your thinking hats on there so we can start making a list already for that. But for currently for FM24, if you would like to see a particular team built, then please let me know. And until the next rebuild, thank you very much for watching. Thank you.